Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A Roseville woman is facing serious charges for alleged actions against a fellow Spirit Airlines passenger who happens to be a Muslim.
There won't be a rubber stamp when it comes to booster shots for all Americans. Tonight, the decision from an FDA advisory panel on who should be getting them now.
FedEx frustrations mounting in Bloomfield Hills. The daughter of an elderly couple reaching out to help me, Hank, because of the deliveries being made to her parents' home. Glad you're with us tonight at 6. Deliveries to the wrong address happen. They're usually no big deal. This one sure was.
Yeah, but the item was so large, the homeowners were trapped inside. The real issue is the deliveries are going to the wrong home. It's happening on 2 streets with very similar names that are right next to each other. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester comes to the rescue. Hank.
FedEx, we have a big problem. Packages like this one being delivered to the wrong address. That's annoying. But take a look at this situation over here. This large, heavy crate dumped here a few days ago, placed right in front of the garage door. And the seniors who live here, well, they've been unable to leave their home.
It's frustrating beyond anything that I've experienced.
To say Stacy Fields is frustrated with FedEx would be an understatement. She's furious.
It took me over an hour to try to get someone on the phone to help remedy it. Of course, their customer service is always, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Stacy moved back here to Bloomfield Hills to help her elderly parents who live on Colonial Trail. The problem is they keep getting FedEx packages meant for a home on Colonial Way.
I'm getting frustrated because I'm not getting any response. And I see the trucks going by daily, multiple times. I'm thinking, just wave at them and say, come get this.
Sure, it's been annoying, but now it's become a danger because look at what showed up a few days ago. This large crate placed right behind the garage door. The family unable to leave the house, unable to make a medical appointment.
They missed an appointment we had on the books for 4 months. If this was a medical emergency, I'd have to call the fire department to help my parents instead of be able to go and, transport them myself.
Stacy tried repeatedly to get in touch with FedEx, and when she actually got through, was told over and over again, we're coming. Well, they'd never show up. I got in touch with the team out of Memphis this morning, got a response right away, and the FedEx team was out here to remove this big crate. Now the next step, working to make sure that this confusion is cleared up once and for all. Back out here live tonight, I did receive a statement and an apology from FedEx. I want to share that with you tonight. It reads, FedEx Ground offers our sincerest apologies for the inconvenience caused by this error. We have taken the appropriate steps to address this matter, and the package has now been delivered to the intended recipient. We are being told this continues to be an ongoing investigation, and hopefully this will not happen again. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank.
Just so frustrating. Okay, Hank, thanks.
The 2-day total of new coronavirus cases in Michigan has decreased a bit. The state reporting 5,616 new cases, so an average of 2,808 new cases per day. We have lost another 68 lives to the coronavirus, 36 of those deaths being reported from a review of vital records. Tonight, the FDA's Vaccine Advisory Committee has voted in favor of recommending a Pfizer booster shot, but only for those age 65 and older or those at high risk for severe COVID cases. However, the panel also voiced support for boosters in healthcare workers and others at high risk of occupational exposure to COVID. It was the culmination of a long day of debate and definitely not the last one we'll see over boosters.
We do have a unanimous 18 out of 18 who voted yes.
Unanimous support for boosters, but not for everybody. It was a dramatic turn of events, though one the FDA seemed to see coming.
We know that there may be differing opinions as to the interpretation of the data regarding the potential need for additional doses.
Much of that data comes from Israel, which was quick to initially vaccinate their population and the first to launch a booster program after seeing signs of falling protection.
The booster dose in Israel was effective and so far had safety profile similar to the other doses. We saw that the booster dose improves the protection by tenfold against confirmed infection, and at least for elderly against severe COVID-19.
But several panelists pointed out there are significant differences between the situation in Israel and the United States.
It's unclear that everyone needs to be boosted other than a subset of the population that clearly would be at high risk for serious disease.
Many cited a lack of data on the potential risk of heart inflammation in young males and called for more research.
Recommending a third dose for younger people is just not something I'd be comfortable with at this point.
Now, important to note here, the FDA is not required to follow the advice of its advisory panel, but it generally does. CDC's advisory panel is scheduled to meet on boosters next week and expected to work out the details of the plan. So much more on today's decision coming up on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt right here at 6:30, about 25 minutes from now.
So much to sort through with that still. Okay, well, we've got a streak of nice, dry weather going.
Could actually see some raindrops at this point, or at some point, rather, over the weekend. Right, Andrew?
That's right. And fortunately, those points will be few and far between, but I'll let you know when in just a couple of moments. First, let's take a look at the good news. No raindrops right now. Everyone loves this. It still feels like summer, and why not? It's still Friday, the last Friday of summer 2021, with 83 degrees over at City Airport, 78, sure a little cooler, but still warm and a little more humid over in Mount Clemens, 82 for our friends in Lapeer. And we stay in the 80s for the next couple of hours while the sun is up. Sunset this evening is at 7:39. Dew points are in the 60s. That's an indication that the humidity is up, and we're looking at that streak of warm weather continuing through the weekend. Tomorrow's high temperature 79, 80 degrees on Sunday, and back into the low 80s by Monday, and still warmer than average by a good 5 degrees or so by Monday. But clouds are increasing tonight, and as Devin and Kimberly mentioned, there is the chance of rain. I'll let you know specifically when it may get wet and what it means for you and your family coming up.
Okay, Andrew, a call for evacuations in southwest Detroit grows louder as crews work to determine what caused a road to heave nearly 10 feet into the air.
They're concerned about smells coming from the site and other potential health hazards. Investigators say hasn't been any detectable ground movement in the last 2 days, but crews are taking soil samples to evaluate before excavation begins early next week. Elected officials and community groups, however, say families near the fort in Dearborn are at risk.
So I am here to call on the mayor's office, on the Department of Homeland Security, to immediately go out, canvass the community in English and in Spanish, that folks have access and have options.
City says air quality tests came back normal and water and electricity have not been affected.
A judge has ordered State Representative Jewel Jones to undergo a mental health evaluation. It was a request made by the Inkster Democrats' own attorney today. It came as another attorney stepped down from the case, saying there was a breakdown in the relationship and it's best if Jones finds new counsel. In April, Jones was arrested for drunk driving and resisting arrest. Just this week, he was charged with allegedly smuggling a handcuff key into jail. People who know him say he needs to be evaluated.
I want to find out if there's something medically going on with him, and then we can get that treated and then deal with the criminal case after we find out the results.
These are the signs. What I'm seeing, this is not the Jewel Jones I know. We don't need to lose any other person, any other colleague that would take their life, that is dealing with alcoholism, and it's something that needs to be talked about more in Lansing. Maybe we need to have more events where alcohol is not a part of it.
Jones is still being held on a $100,000 bond.
Completely inappropriate. That's what Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy is calling the actions of a Roseville woman who's now facing charges, including ethnic intimidation. 39-year-old Alexandra Farr faced a judge today. Our Larry Spruill following this story. Larry, as we've reported, this all started on a Spirit Airlines flight.
Yeah, Devin, and that flight was just some few days ago on September the 11th to be exact. Now, that woman is accused of verbally attacking a Muslim woman, and tonight she's in trouble. Friday, 39-year-old Alexandra Lynn Farr faced a judge for the charges she's facing from an incident on a Spirit Airlines flight just days ago on September the 11th.
Count one is ethnic intimidation. Count two is assault and battery, also known as correction. Count two is assault and battery, and count three is disorderly person.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy says Farr allegedly shouted racial slurs at Aisha Torre, who was a 29-year-old African-American Muslim woman.
She calls me a lot of derogative names. She cussed my entire family out. She talked about my husband. She went off the entire rant.
But that's not it. Kim Worthy's office also states Farr allegedly struck Aisha's hand and her phone. That's when Detroit Metro Airport Police arrested Farr.
We're very pleased to see that Kim Worthy's office took this so seriously.
But unfortunately, attorney Amy DeCray with CARE Michigan says this is not the only attack against Muslims.
We've actually seen an increase of hate crimes against Muslims since 2016, and even on the day of that this took place, which was the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks.
Amy says she spoke to DeCray about the charges.
She was very happy that this went the way that it did. She's very pleased with these charges, and she hopes that this will be a lesson for other people who might engage this way, and also for the women who attacked her, that this type of behavior is not tolerated here.
Okay.
And a judge gave her a $7,500 personal bond. She can't have any contact with the witness. She's due back in court September 29th. We're live tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All right, Larry.
A disturbing discovery on the University of Michigan's Ann Arbor campus. A student found stickers that were made to look like permits for the hunting of refugees from Afghanistan. They said Proud Boys on them, and the Michigan chapter of that group posted online about the stickers, claiming they were left on campus by former members who don't understand that the refugees coming here from Afghanistan are not Taliban supporters. The stickers were removed by the student, who informed U of M police. An investigation is underway, and the university says in a statement, quote, "This type of bigotry has no place on our campus."
Dozens of UAW members are protesting to prevent the closure of a Ford plant. Sky 4 over the Romeo engine plant this afternoon. Members of UAW Local 400 picketing outside, wearing red to show solidarity. The Romeo engine plant is set to close in December of 2022. About 600 UAW members are being offered buyouts or transfers to a different plant.
Well, it's not the Michigan State Police cruiser any of us are used to seeing. What's different about this vehicle, some troopers will be testing out.
That's coming up in a moment. First, here's Priya.
The city of Detroit has a bold new plan to prevent evictions, from free legal assistance to helping Detroiters get jobs. We'll break it down for you.